Oh, hello there! Welcome to the Vigilant Geek Indie Book Initiative. Let me ask you a question. What do you get when you mix rock and roll and espionage? Well, I'll just tell you. You get the ROADHOUSE Sons, which is a graphic novel series based off of the novels written by Jason Sanderson. Now he has 2 volumes of the ROADHOUSE Sons out in trade paperback. We have Dangerous Gambles, which is a 3-part series, and we also have Renegade, which has only come out with part 1 so far. But let's talk about Dangerous Gambles first. Now, there's an amazing creative team on this book. We have, of course, Jason Sanderson. His source material is what the book is based on. Then we have Allison Barrows, who does layouts and illustration, as well as the writing. We have Romas, who does illustrations and cover paintings. Alexandra Kukalis, who does assists with digital, and then Mia Moravis, who is the producer of this whole song and dance here. So, this book has such a cool premise. It really does. Basically, you want to take your mind back to the days of the Cold War, and let's say the Cold War went hot. Due to the war effort, excuse me, logistics and resources are minimal, so there's a lot of war rationing. And in regards to entertainment, there's not a lot to do except go see bands play at dive bars. So enter the ROADHOUSE Sons, the band. Based off of the real-life band Studebaker Hawk. This band is a 5-piece set. Well, it's a 4-piece set, but there's actually 5 members in Dangerous Gambles. You have Cameron Walsh, who's the front man of the whole thing. You have Clyde Poulin, who's like the pretty boy on rhythm guitar. You have Evan, the drummer, who's sort of the band's manager, if you will, before they get new managers, which we'll get into in a sec. And then you have Rich Webster on bass. It's a cool band, cool looking artwork, it's really neat. But basically, the ROADHOUSE Sons, they play a gig, and they end up getting blackmailed by the FBI. Basically, they are then forced to either go to jail or participate as agents themselves, if you will, in the espionage side of the Cold War, if the Cold War went hot. And they encounter a lot of seedy individuals and communist undercover agents and things like that, and even terrorists and lots of cool stuff. So, Dangerous Gambles is what you want to start with there, and it is just the perfect blend of rock and roll and espionage, coming straight from the brilliant mind of Jason Sanderson. But there's more! The gang of ROADHOUSE Sons has also put out part 1 of the second volume of the series, Renegade. Now, in this one, the band is recuperating after a big terrorist attack from the communists, from Dangerous Gambles, and they're having trouble getting into the USO tour and getting gigs right now, so they're kind of grinding it out as a band. But there's this other band called Boney Jack, and these guys are like, okay, if the Roadhouse Sons were the Avengers, Boney Jack would be the Masters of Evil, I'd say. They're always causing a scene and getting arrested by the cops, and lo and behold, they're running an extortion scheme for stealing war bonds from the government war bonds. So they're pressing people to buy them and then taking them, and they're using the band as a front. So that's all we know so far from Renegade Part 1, but it's still some really cool stuff. And as you can see on the front cover, you sort of have the two bands, Boney Jack and the Roadhouse Sons, pitted against each other. It's really neat. So, lots of great reading from Roadhouse Sons series, and these are all published by Compact. Now, if you want to pick up these books, I highly suggest you do. Please go to www.roadhousesons.com, and you can find all 3 parts of Dangerous Gambles, as well as Part 1 of Renegade, and also the original novels written by Jason Sanderson, including Cold Front, which is Volume 3. So, I want to thank you all very much for listening in again, and I want to let you know that you need to pick up these books. And as always, stay vigilant!